pro-slack coon wench Cynthia G tries to compare interracial dating to slavery. Available now only on Patreon.com. As a Brian Blogs Corner Club member, you gain exclusive access to all featured blogs, articles, poems, classic videos, and documentaries produced and uploaded to previous channel platforms between 2014 and 2017. And if you upgrade and become a sneak peek member, you will have access to all archived content, plus a 1-week early viewing access guarantee to all newly produced major video and docu-commentary content. Don't miss out. Become a valued patron member today. Hey guys, before you watch this super awesome video presentation from yours truly, be sure to follow me on Twitter at Brian Solange, on Gab at Brian Solange, and on Instagram at Brian Solange. I've decided to step up my game. I will begin posting updates including heads up, sneak peeks, and reminders on all upcoming videos, live streams, and projects, in addition to starting general conversations about whatever in order to better connect and interact with you guys, my equally awesome supporters. Because of course, without you, none of this would even be possible. Also, don't forget to subscribe to me over on BitChute and my newest venture, Brighteon, as well as friend me on Facebook. And be sure to check out my personal website at formmotion.com. Sign up and feel free to participate in or even start your own conversation thread about almost anything. Unless you're a feminist, we promise not to judge. If you want exclusive access to my archived and classic content, along with sneak peeks of newer content including written blogs, short films, docu-commentaries, original poems, and more, be sure to sign up and become a valued patron of my work over at Patreon.com. Of course, if you want to show your individual support, you can always feel free to make a donation to my PayPal. Any little bit helps, and your donations are always appreciated. And last, but certainly not least, be sure to sign up and subscribe to me on FS Avenger. Even if you don't like my content, sign up to FS Avenger. It's the first of its kind video sharing platform made, owned, and run by free-thinking black men exclusively for free-thinking black men. Nothing of this magnitude has ever been done quite like we do it over at FS. It is bold, daring, innovative, and most importantly, it's black. Thank you so much for your support and enjoy the video. Deuces.
Don't monopolize the conversation and go on and on without stopping. Nothing destroys the charm of a meal more quickly.
Look at your hair. Look at that blouse. And the way that skirt hangs. And those socks. You don't seem to be exactly the type to make this guy behave like a human being. Let's start all over again. Oh, brother. Oh, brother is right. Look at that hair. that skin, that mouth. And now look at that blouse. And now look at the skirt. And the socks. Thanks a lot for helping us prove a point. This is the time to give your skin a good, invigorating workout. If there is no visible dirt to wash off, there are body odors to be eliminated by cleansing your skin of dried sweat, skin scales, and dust, which accumulate constantly. And it goes without saying that only clean lingerie should go next to that clean skin.
Daughter has changed from school clothes to something more festive. Dressing a little makes her feel and consequently look more charming. Mother, too, changes from her daytime clothes. The women of this family seem to feel that they owe it to the men of the family to look relaxed, rested, and attractive at dinner time.
And Alice is devoting some of her leisure to learning to sew. That's something she'll be glad she did when she's older. And right now, she gets a big kick out of it.
Notice how Mother seems to become angry herself because of Jeff's anger. Perhaps she shouldn't, but anger is a violent emotion, and we often see an induction of behavior or spread of emotion to other persons.
We wouldn't be women if we weren't concerned about our figures. An extra pound here or there can sometimes cause great concern and mental anguish. Many of us now in industry formerly did work that required less physical energy. A piece of toast, weak tea, and a lot of conversation used to be our excuse for lunch. But increased activity at our jobs now needs increased energy to do these jobs efficiently. We can get this extra energy by getting the eat right habit.
Good morning, girls. I'm going to talk to you this morning about the way you look. Now, I've heard it said that we women attach too much importance to our appearance, but that isn't true. After all, the way we look exerts so much influence on the way we feel and on the way other people feel about us that it really is very important. When I talk about good appearance or good grooming or looking your best, you probably think immediately of clothes or hairstyle or makeup. Well, I realize that those things are especially interesting to you, and they are important, and I am going to talk about them. But please remember that they are just really the trimmings. Just like the icing on the cake. If the icing is very good, well, that's fine. But if the cake itself isn't good, you'd soon lose interest in the icing. So let's start with the cake and come back to the trimmings later. Basically, of course, good health and intelligent physical care are the foundations of all beauty. We all want a lovely skin, shining eyes, a beautiful smile, and loads of pep, but we can't have them except in a healthy, clean body, and I mean clean. Remember, you can't have good looks without soap and water. There's no substitute for the daily bath as a groundwork for glamour. Brilliant teeth need brushing. Gleaming hair means frequent and thorough shampooing. And keep that air of freshness by using a deodorant regularly. It's a shortcut to Social Security. Sleep comes next to cleanliness as a beauty base. And I mean sleep, not just going to bed if that means sitting up writing letters or listening to music. I've seen lots of sparkling eyes and good complexion sacrificed to swing records at bedtime. Mind you, I'm all for music in its place. But there is a lot of sound sense in that old expression, beauty sleep. So snap out that light early enough every night to get 8 or 9 hours of this most effective beauty treatment. And then there's this business of eating. It worries me to see that so many girls think a balanced diet consists of soda pop and a sandwich or a big gooey sundae. Let's remember what we were taught in home economics about a well-balanced diet. Meat, cheese, eggs or fish, milk, butter, bread, fresh fruits, especially citrus fruits, green and starchy vegetables in proper proportion, and of course some sweets. And please go easy on fried foods. Beautiful skin, vitality, glossy hair, all the things you want begin with a balanced diet. So watch it, girls. It pays big dividends. Then there's exercise, preferably outdoors. Now, when I say exercise, many of you may think of work. Well, a little work is a helpful beauty hint, but so is outdoor play. I'll leave it to your own conscience whether you work in the garden, ride a bike, play ball, hike, swim, or ski. But try to spend some time every day outdoors, developing the grace that comes from toned-up muscles and the complexion that goes with good circulation. And even the ordinary things that you do every day can help to make you more graceful. But not if you do them like this. Walking upstairs, reaching up to a high shelf, dusting, all can be good body conditioning if you use your muscles to do them vigorously instead of slouching through them.
I'd like to speak to you, please, Miss Stuyvesant.
Oh, go right ahead. I want you girls to ask me questions.
Well, I guess I have what you called a round face. And I wear my hair the way you said I shouldn't. But I don't see how things like that and posture and mannerisms and the other things will make a girl more popular if she's not pretty to begin with.
Sometimes I'd like to shake you girls when you worry so much about being pretty or not being pretty, as though prettiness were a woman's only attraction. If you'd spend just 1 month doing everything I talked about to make the most of your appearance, you wouldn't need to worry about being pretty or popular. I wish that I could wave a magic wand to show you what the difference would be. Presto, like that. Why, it does work. You will be prettier. You will be more popular.
So we are here today with the amazing
Demi Sutra.
Exactly, and this is the first time that you're gonna work for bamvisions.com.
Yes, so excited. Thank you for having me.
Exactly. You're absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And amazing looking, and I'm super thankful that you joined the industry.
Ah, me too. Thank you.
So tell me a little bit more about yourself. What was the reason why you decided to start shooting porn?
Well, I started watching porn super young and I loved it, and I honestly, like, I don't know if you remember, but there were always like the 3 blondes in the house for like the bunnies, the Playboy bunnies, and I would always see like these beautiful sexy women, and like I was raised super strict and like in a Christian household, but my mom was super open about sexuality. So when I would see these women, I would see power, and I wanted that. Like, I wanted to be that. I love attention. I love sexual energy. I love men like drooling over me. So I fucking was like, okay, I started with like stripping, and then like webcamming, and then making my own videos, and then now here I am going full throttle.
Going full throttle.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thanks.
So you just said that you did a little bit sex work before, and then you decided to go full throttle,
Yeah.
having sex on camera.
Yes.
Are you a very sexual person?
Yes, I always have sexual energy. Not even necessarily like always wanting to fuck, but I always want people to want to fuck me. So I really love that. Like, I always would get in trouble by my boyfriends when we would go out, because like women in particular would be like attracted to me, and I would end up disappearing with women and like fucking them and making out, and yeah, it was really funny.
So you like women?
I love women.
Did you ever bring another woman home?
Yes.
So that's good then.
Yeah, several times. Shockingly enough, I've only had like 2 really good threesomes in my entire life. and they were both like off camera, and oh, just kidding, I just had a fire threesome on camera. But yeah, I've had threesomes. I've brought women home, so that's always been fun.
It's great.
Yeah, I like to share.
Lucky partner, yeah. Did you ever have like a personal encounter with two guys? Or is that still on the bucket list?
Not yet. Yeah, that's definitely still on my bucket list. Like my favorite type of porn is like double penetration. So that's like definitely something that I have on my bucket list. Like I've never had sex with like two guys like off camera or anything. I've never been DP'd or anything like that. So yeah, I can't wait to have like a
So it's a big bucket list there.
Yes. I want to do all of it, so yeah.
Reveal the crazy Dame Sutra. All the kind of good stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, well, that's really amazing. So you joined the industry because you want to have better sex, or like experience all the good stuff.
Yeah, like I never had like the slutty phase in high school that all my friends did. I was always like the little like scared girl that like was always like with all the hot girls, but like wasn't quite hot. So now I'm like, oh yeah, it's on. And porn is such a safe environment to do all these like sexually explorative things that I want to do, and I get paid for it, so it's like awesome.
Exactly. When I did my homework, correct me if I'm wrong, but you do dom stuff as well.
Yes.
Did you do that before you started in the industry, or did that come with the industry?
Yes, and here's why. Because I love being like, I love all different types of sex, okay? I love passionate sex, love making, I love all of it. But I love also being dominated. I love being like a little subby bitch, and like, I had this fiance that I kept trying to like be like, okay, dude, like choke me, slap me in the fucking face, like do all these, like yank my hair, like do these things, and he would be like, and like rest his hand on my throat. So I got sexually frustrated. So I was like, I ended up choking him. And I ended up being dominant to him because I would just get so like frustrated. I'm like, no, this is how you fucking do it, bitch. Like, listen. And so I started like doming him. And then, I mean, we eventually broke up, thank God. But, so yeah, now I'm very much into all of it. I love dominating men and women. So, but I also love being a sub, so I guess that's called a switch. So like all of it.
What is your favorite sex? Position and also like the energy in sex or whatever not.
I need mental stimulation to actually get off. So I guess like I don't even know how to answer favorite position. I just like don't even have a favorite position. I guess like some of my favorite positions are the ones where I'm not in control. So like to where I guess it's like doggy style, and then like my neck is being held back, or like my hair is being pulled to where my arms are like this, and I'm just like getting fucked like this because like you have absolutely no control. And then I also like just regular old, I don't know the name for it, but when the guy's on top, like what's the name for that? I don't know. Missionary, yeah. Because then you have eye-to-eye contact. Yeah, and I really like that. That's very stimulating for me. I like the connection. Like I like the real connection. I really like that.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Well, tell me, are you ready to have some awesome sex?
I'm super ready.
Well, in this case, let's do it.
Let's fucking do it. Hey guys, I'm Demi Sutra. This month, Pineapple Support is going to be providing a webinar and a support group that you can join with your family, basically, to help them understand your career choice and help them understand the industry, basically. So with that said, I wanted to elaborate a bit on my own journey and the way my family accepted my entering the industry. So it was difficult at first, and I still tend to do a lot of explaining, and it's a lot of repetition. And I've done it all myself. My mom's a second grade teacher. Everyone is very, my mom's a second grade teacher, and I create pornographic content for a living. I love it, but it was definitely difficult to explain. I actually did not get the chance to present her with the information. She did know when I was a stripper, but I did not. My ex-boyfriend actually went to her house and showed her my pornography. That was not the way I wanted to explain it to her. And at the time I was in Miami shooting pornography. So I get this phone call and she's freaking out, losing her shit. We fight. She doesn't speak to me for a week. And then I get another phone call, and it was her initially apologizing and saying that she knows she raised me to be one way and that I've chosen this other way. And I had to okay, whoa. I'm still me. I'm still the same person. There's nothing different. I just like sex work. And I had to kind of explain to her that, there is a really safe way to be involved in sex work. And I still continue to explain things to her now. The rest of my family, none of my uncles dare speak of my job. It's just it doesn't exist. And all of my cousins are very supportive. They're all around my same age. And once I, was able to kind of educate them a little bit and show them some things and show them that a lot of what I do is computer work. And it's all very, it's just my work and it makes me happy. And they all have taken interest. They're extremely supportive. So that's really great. The men, not so much. Again, I think they're just so devastatingly embarrassed that I could possibly ever have sex. So that's a bit annoying, but my family does know, and they are all extremely proud of me. And it's been a journey to get them to come to this. And it's, stuff comes up because, a lot of people like to talk badly about sex workers and about how unhealthy and terrible we are. And ooh, when it's in reality, we're all just normal people, and this is the job that we chose, and society views it in this way and perpetuates a stigma in which we have to kind of work through. So it's not so much of hey, mom, dad, I do porn, so much as hey, I'm all of these things aren't my experience. It's okay. Yes, negative things do happen obviously within sex work, just like in other jobs. But I had to explain to them that, I'm safe, I'm smart, I'm happy, and I'm healthy. I explained to them the testing. That was the number one thing that came up was the testing. They literally thought that I just would show up and have sex with somebody. And I'm oh God. So now it's really great. My mom comes to my defense quite often when some of her friends, like, you know, she's had her own struggles explaining what I do to her friends that have watched me grow up. And I'm so proud of her, and she's so proud of me. And yeah, I truly could have used and would have used the webinar support group if that had been available to me. But I am just so glad that it's available to you. And, you know, I might even jump on there anyway, just to like reiterate some information. Sometimes I think it's good for family members to hear and see other people that aren't just us explaining certain things within the industry, and, you know, basically validating us, but like helping ease any of their stress and like fears. So, yep, that's my story.